Hello and welcome. Currently that of 8:37 p.m. Eastern Time on that of the 9th day of February 2021. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and amongst the like, that is your own risk and your own reward. All right, BTC in at 46,300 at this time. And a fantastic move a couple days ago. Getting up a 20% move almost. With a day, a $7,000 day. Just take that number in perspective. It had a $7,000 up day. I talked about the seriousness about on a break of this resistance, which is already done. The potential is over 110,000, and that's just the opposite of a conservative level, an aggressive price target on this particular leg move up, which would be like a 2.x or like 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. But thus far, it has had a fantastic move above it. And 1, 2, 3, 4 days like this after the February 3rd day, just showing, holding in their strength. And now this is the first day. We can see that, there's your run of all these higher highs and higher lows. Well, 3 higher highs. The first one coming in here, then the second, and then the third. And since then, it has managed to establish support in the, I guess right now in the range of 46.1 to 45.047. But I suppose really it's 45,006 down to 45,000 high change. So 45,080 is what I'm showing. And that's not much of a move that it's been, but it's been a lot of periods. It's been like 9, 10, 11 or so since it's managed to get back in this 18 average from like 9 o'clock this morning, just hanging in there amongst this correctionary move. And until it stays within it, it's going to be just sideways, not doing much. It's got to get above the 18 average of highs. That's about, let's get above the 40 slot machine number, 47 for all sevens. Is signals of this reclaiming the breakout move. And it's got to break down below its established support. So 44,750-ish. Doing that, you'd be looking at signals that'd be probably going down to at least, well, I guess where we came from, I'm presuming at 42,000, which was the previous high. And that's, of course, if we get that type of situation. Until then, it's held the move thus far fantastic. Now let's switch us over to the Bitcoin dominance. And we're seeing Bitcoin having this nice move, but Bitcoin dominance high is January 3rd, way back when. And this has been in a downtrend. There's been 2 attempts. And both times the short-term 18 average of lows has been in test. This time it failed. On the individual day, January 29th, the Bitcoin dominance rallied up, but it gave it all back instantly and then grinded its way to a lower low. Here, it's now came back down, but we still have it below this. And what I mean by this is the 4-hour term time frame. We can see here that first move came up here. Then we can see amongst the 18 lows where we came from that the weakness was really showing around in here and progressively further making the new low. And then this is the attempt to neutralize the situation, which you can say it's successful because it holds and stays within the 18. And now the attempt to revert the trend. So therefore, it's at the 18 average of lows. However, I mean, just because the 18 average of lows, I got to say that just because it's at the 18 average of lows, I'm not going to use that as the must hold area because I look at this low in here, then I look at this low. So I'm even looking towards like 6 on this exchange number, like 62.18 or so. That would be around the must hold area. If I were to see weakness around this number, any type of bearish setups, then I'd be looking for altcoins to have some spectacular moves going forward. And they're going to need to do that at least a little bit to get there. But I expect it to continue forward because this would be telling me like this one here, that of a failed breakout. If it's a successful breakout, that means you'd be expecting a significant higher high from this moving forward, and I need to see it at least get above 64 or noticeably above the 18 average of highs. And as we move into altcoins, let's take a look at a $3 coin and that of Theta. Way back when it was a dime, 12 cents, even 6 cents. Now it's $3 for the coin. And it's been in a fantastic move. Hourly term time frame, just a nice little move in here, but now I see it looks like it's going to continue the move. Overall, it's been showing us a lot of strength amongst the 18 average of highs, really since this morning. An attempt here to get this thing going. It looks like maybe there's a decent chance, just maybe, that this thing is going to come into place for such a game. Well, first let's look at this on the long term. Just a beautiful run in here. But looking at this against the Bitcoin, it's just been a fantastic move, because I've been covering this chart since pretty much, well, say even before this came out, because I even bought this a little bit when it was only on Huobi, but this was a rally that got up to it. The Binance Open rally, give it back. November 30th, intraday, it was like a 6-8 hour move to make to this, give it back within the day even, or a couple days even, and then just had all the support on the 18 lows. And then this day, or this time, where I had multiple weeks to get up to this high, and then multiple weeks to give it all back, and then really resist support that I had before. And then this move, a little bit of weeks, not as many as this, but quick move, but took a bit of time, because I had this little periods in here, like 3-4 before this big move. But this time, when it came back, it didn't come back down any of this 1213 area. It came back down to 2150. And then it, in less amount of period, more periods in less time rather, from the low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 periods or so. It pretty much meets the previous high. It exceeded it technically. And then over multiple periods, it makes a higher low. And then it marginally again makes a higher high. But you know what? Matching high in my book. And I've said these words so many times before, and I'm going to say it again. What's it doing now? The answer is showing strength amongst the 18 average of highs. And it's been doing so since its retracement. So how it's reacting to that is just that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days since this red down period of minus 19%. A little bit volatilely choppy with this move, you can see in here. Attempt to break out here, and a lot of these little rallies have intra-move given itself back, but it's held the 18 low spectacular. I think this is an awesome session today, it made a low, a very nice higher low compared to all these previous ones. So I like how we see this uptrend in play on the lows. Do I see any signs of that amongst the four? And the answer is most certainly I do. And I see amongst the four, it's just showing me a breakout attempt. It tells me Theta's looking to go. But I was even wondering earlier today when I was looking at Theta Fuel, because it was up nice with Theta doing nothing earlier. So let me just take a look. When did this thing start breaking out? It really hasn't even broke out much. I guess you could say it's been doing so just since 1900 hours and 1500 hours, I suppose. But earlier today at 7 in the morning, Theta Fuel has this fantastic move, and I'm just seeing this now for the first time that it got above 100. And then having this nice little breakout here. So was this an indicator? Question mark. I don't know the answer. Maybe. Back in the days when it was 1200, I noticed it was the case oftentimes. Where if I noticed that Theta Fuel would have some sort of significant breakout with Theta doing nothing, that within the next many hours, Theta was breaking out. So we'll see if anything can transpire from such. But this has got an interesting setup as it goes in here as well. I got these lines in here where they represent Fibonacci. And it's been in this range on this correctionary move the whole time. An attempted breakout August the 24th, no go. Attempted breakout here, and again, no go. But, even despite having like 9 consecutive periods in a row, successfully correcting every single time. Within the weekly, still hanging in there amongst the 18 average of highs, and amongst the dailies, doing the same thing. Very volatile, as we can see, pretty much since February the 5th. Still has up and down choppy moves, and I like to see how it looks to me as if this thing is ready to go sky high fly very soon. We'll see if it does or not, but it looks more probable now than previous that it's going to do. So I like how it's corrected this move in here. So we'll see over the next few days. But anyway, moving on. And we'll go DGB against the Bitcoin, which, like a lot of coins against such, Theta not included, of course, in big downtrend. But it's not that it's losing its value. It's that Bitcoin has been kicking ass. So when Theta's making those moves against Bitcoin, well, that's when you do better than a 30x move from its low against the fiat. Bitcoin's not doing that. And a lot of these other altcoins, a lot of them I don't even cover, are going to be doing stuff like that and have been doing stuff like that as well. It does look to me as if the dartboard rally has begun and we are ready for an interesting year. So far, it has been very interesting to boot. And my portfolio has risen very nicely, and I think a lot of people in this channel has as well. So here's a spot back when the 18 average, it was just holding in there from this move. And then it has this breakout on February the 5th. Pulls back, and then another breakout February the 8th, and it's been holding it really nice. So to me, this looks like this is a start where a lot of higher highs, higher lows can come in, and you can just see it's just extremely choppy within a lot of these moves so far. So even a lot of moves intraday, you can see this thing going from 118, then it pulls back to 90 or so. That's like a volatility of over 20%. And then we go to 113, not as big of a move, but still nice. 100 to 113, that's like over 10%. And then 119, back down to 105, back up to 120, back down to 102, back up to 119. So far, it's only went down to 107. It's making higher lows for the most part. And it's been making matching highs, or it's been 4 times. It's came up to around 118. It did so here once, did so here twice, and it got a count of time as it goes there and it pulls back nicely, because I can see here on the 18-hour stamp that it went from 118 and it went closed here, and then the next period it went down to 104. So it obviously had to go from 104 back to it again. So that was time 3, pull back, time 4, and not really here on this attempt, but it's been holding on the 18 lows. And it's been less of, if you're able to pick up and you want to, then those opportunities, of course, are available. And it's a very volatile market, of course. So a lot of interesting moves can come into play. And I think within this, it's just showing me signs that we could be seeing, like, wouldn't surprise me, whether it be tomorrow, 3 days from now, or 30 days from now. It wouldn't surprise me if we have a day or a 20 or 40 or 80-hour period where this thing is just having fantastic, fantastic moves. And again, so many other coins will be included in that scenario, thus within a dartboard rally. And quickly against the dollar for it, the monthly chart breaking out nice. It looks like it's going to get above this previous high in here. Having a hard time finding earlier data for this on this website, which of course is TradingView. But I like the bear setter here on the monthly term time frame. Weekly, I'm looking at big, nice excitation here, attempting to get above right after Christmas here. Around Christmas, nice little pullback, making the higher low of the previous one, and now have a nice excitation and within highs not seen in quite some time. And it's already made now 3 higher highs, with this one being the first and the second, now the third. Whether this high is at 5.64 cents or higher, I don't know. Highs and lows are known after the fact, meaning within this day or the next day, if this goes up without any real big pullbacks, then no, the high will just be extended to whatever it happens to be, and I'll be saying that would be the next higher high. But it's clearly gone out of this amazing range that I had, or long range rather, or if you count it amazing, that's a speculative word. But 1.7 cents. And resistance, originally we came in around 2.7. It extended it to a range of like 3.2 to 3.8, but it's above all that, and it's above 5 as well. So thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.